Peacock here with Wilderness Innovation, and I'm up here doing a little camping. I'm going to do some fun cooking. I'm going to make a Louisiana style crab boil here over the fire in my zebra pot. And it's been rainy. Temporarily it stopped here. It's been raining for several days up here, but rained all night and everything, got my fire going. And I put my PSTL large tarp over top of the fire. I actually did it the hard way because I did it after the fire was going, and I've only got me, so I had to kind of do some things so I could put it up without burning the tarp while I was putting it up. If you put it up beforehand, it's easy because you don't have to worry about the flames getting it. But anyway, so I got this thing set up. It's a cool another setup. It's kind of like you've probably you may have seen some shelters where they use a parachute, and so you got a big parachute and they hoist it up in the air above a nice big fire, and you know you can put 15-20 people under there, and it's very nice. But one of the concepts is it keeps moisture from coming down on you. The inside of there fills up with hot air from the fire. So what you have in effect is hot air radiating down onto you. So it kind of creates a comfortable situation. So I just goofing around, and I thought, well, it's going to rain anyway, so I wanted to be able to work around the fire even if it's raining, so I decided to put this up. And I thought, well, let me try it out, see what it looks, see what it's like not doing a parachute, but just our PSTL. It's 10 by 10. Let me show you how I set this baby up. So if you look back on here, every place I've got it tied out here on a corner, you see I got 4 corners tied down just like normal. But what I did was, before I tied the corners down, is I hoisted this up from the center tab, and I used one of the pulley style knots so I could really tension the cord good. And then what I did was I came in here, and here's actually the middle tab on the tarp. So on each of the 4 corners, I basically came to the next set of tabs out from that and tied those 2 together, and I just used some of these easy clips. And so what that does is that shortens. I'm trying to make kind of a pyramid shape out of a square. So by doing that, then that kind of brings it in and gives me that kind of pyramid type shape. I can't really do a shape like they do with a parachute with this kind of tarp, but this kind of gives me a little something similar. So I tied that out. I used the easy clips. I mean, you could just tie the cord through there if you wanted to, because it won't come out. You just slide one tab over top of the other one so the other one sticks out. You just tie a rope on there. But originally I didn't tie a cord to this, but I found once I got it going that actually is a lot nicer to tie it out as well. So that's what I did there. So let's go around to this other side. Now one side here I decided to step back here. This one side here I decided to kind of open it up just a little bit more so that I could have an entry-exit point and everything there. And so instead of leaving it tied down, I actually put an easy clip up here more near the corner of this center tab. Instead of letting it fold over like normal, I just put the clip there. So what happens is basically whatever your highest level is that air can escape from there, that will be the level of the smoke inside. So if I'd have to experiment with how high I could tie this thing. I want to be low enough to kind of work with me, but high enough. So I set it up so basically if I'm seated in my chair, the smoke level is higher than I am. So everything above that fills with smoke and hot air, and then that kind of radiates down on you. And then when it's raining too, I've got my chair kind of slid out of there right now, but anyway, so that's how I've got that set up. And I've got just a small fire in here right now, just a cooking fire, and I'm getting ready to do this crab boil. I'm going to cut everything up here, and that's going to be actually another video. But anyway, so up inside of there, that's what she's like. So you know, you can set this up any way you want to, but it's actually the temperature out here is actually only about 40 degrees, and so it's forecast to rain some more. So basically doing this when I'm underneath there, it is nice and warm. You just feel that warm heat kind of radiating down from the top on you. And then when it rains and everything, I'm out of the rain, but I'm still close to my fire. So here's another, just a quick little video showing you another little setup you can do with your PSTL. It wouldn't be practical to do it the regular size, but the PSTL, the large 10x10, this works really nicely. Now right here, so this tab right here, one thing you want to do is either, I just put some easy clips or whatever. You do want to do something as if the wind blows and everything, this wants to kind of hang to the inside again. So this is that center tab that I just leave it laying there like that. I put an easy clip right here. That makes it so it can't fall back to the inside. I've had a blast using this shelter today. I'm messing around a little bit with how I'm running the fire, but I have had it. It's about 42 degrees outside right now. It has been drizzling a little bit. It stopped for a moment, but inside, at the height of my head, it's been pretty consistently at 70 to 80 degrees, and just a hair above the height of my head, that probe up there, it's been 116 to 120. So the whole top part of that is pretty nice and toasty, and so anyway, without the big, you know, I just built this over a campsite fire pit. If I just had a regular fire on the ground, like we would normally have, you know, you'd have room in there for probably 3 people could probably get in there without much problem at all. So that fire pit's about 5 feet diameter, so it takes up a lot of room. But anyway, it's absolutely doable. It's so cozy and comfortable in there. It's unbelievable how well that works. So anyway, this is Perry Peacock here with Wilderness Innovation, showing you what would you call this? Pyramid setup over the fire, and so it gives you kind of a pyramid canopy. And this is, we have different styles. We're going to do some video. We've started doing some videos on the 50 plus ways you can set this tarp up. But a canopy setup is one where none of the edges or corners are directly staked to the ground. So this is a canopy. It's a pyramid style canopy setup, and what I'm trying to do is 2 things. I'm shedding rain when it rains, which it keeps doing this on and off, but and also I'm capturing heat inside of there. Keeps a warm place for me, and it sheds the rain for me, so it gives me a little shelter, and I'm cozy right around the fire. So this works very, very nicely. It's a nice little setup, and there's a whole bunch of different ways you could actually set this up. I've actually toyed with a few of them now. I'll probably mess around with a couple others before it's all over. But anyway, Perry Peacock, Wilderness Innovation. Have a great day. I got to get back here to cooking my lunch, Louisiana crab boil. So here we go.